got a trim today. We're just starting all over again, I guess. Let me tell you what happened. Okay. So she trimmed off 2 inches, which is crazy because you guys, my hair grew so much. I'm not too mad because now the cut is a lot more even, but I'm still very mad because my hair grew a lot and it just had to go. And honestly, I was just sitting there and I'm just like, how? I told her about the products and she's like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just convinced that like, it's like we have to make a decision. It's either we're gonna wear it curly or we're gonna wear it straight. I really don't. So the switching from going to curly state and then washing my hair and then blow drying it, it's like stretching out my hair and it could cause breakage because of the friction and all this stuff. Like she just explained so much to me. She's so informative and she was great. It's just that like, oh, I'm irritated. That's not what I was doing before. And I really think that, and I'm being so honest with you guys, so vulnerable, so open. I was literally thinking about not even showing this because it's so embarrassing. I was so pissed. But anyway, it is what it is because at the end of the day, it is a journey and it's not new information that heat does damage. Like heat breaks your hair. So I was literally like, I want to cry. I want to cry. I want to cry. I was like, no, I want to go home and then I'm going to cry. Hi, wonderful people. It has been officially 48 hours since the cut. It is Friday, August 15th, 6:42 a.m. So basically this video is going to be a grounded and processed reaction to my video. As I elaborate, I pray that it doesn't come off as excuses or anything. I'm just letting you know what's been happening, and quite frankly, you kind of saw. I left my hair in a bonnet for 4 days. I straightened my hair. Over the past 2 months, I have not been taking care of my hair. I wasn't refreshing or hydrating my hair in between wash and grows. I would just put on my bonnet and then just leave it there. And now I'm paying for the consequences. Just looking back at my videos and then also just binge watching a bunch of creators that grew their hair like all the way to their knees and all these things. It's the way that I care for my hair over the years. Like I'm genuinely like, bro, how the heck do you do this? It's actually tough. Because you go on, whether you go on YouTube, whether you go on TikTok, whether you go even to a salon, the hair professional where I used to go to before I cut my hair, it was get a trim every season, every 3 to 4 months. This professional is telling me every 6 to 8 weeks. Like, guys, I had a stylist at one point tell me to do half a protein treatment, half a moisture treatment. And 2 days ago, the hairstylist told me just do protein. So a lot of the things that I wanted to do initially when I started this journey were based on what my old professional said. Blow dry my hair straight, blow dry my hair well every time I wash my hair. But logically, I believe that that's a bit counterproductive because I wear my hair curly. So if I'm consistently blow drying my hair, putting heat to my hair, it's going to loosen the curls, causing breakage. It's also one of the things that affected it according to the new professional that I went to. And to be honest, I'm going to stop completely, but we're going to get into that. The new professional that I went to, she explained to me how I have breakage throughout my hair because of the heat damage. When your hair is heat damaged, it makes the hair a lot more fragile. So if 2 weeks we're wearing it curly, then 2 weeks we're wearing it blown out, and that time in between we're not really taking good care of our hair, we're not sealing our ends consistently, we're not adding any moisture, we're not refreshing, it just becomes like horrible. It's just horrible. That's just asking for damage due to friction and dryness. Something that I noticed even on video and even before I got my trim is that there weren't any split ends. I'm not gonna say there weren't any like throughout my hair because I don't know, I was kind of just like checking, but guys, there were barely any split ends. It was literally just dryness. It was also me moving. I didn't have any oils for about 2 to 3 weeks. So my hair was in its wash and grow state, either up in a ponytail, dry, pulled back, just because I didn't even have products for about 3 weeks. I didn't have any oil. So even after putting aloe vera juice, after a wash day that didn't have any conditioner, I didn't have anything to seal it with. Like, it was actually a mess now that I look back. Yes, but I'm choosing to give myself grace, and I'm also choosing to learn from this. I'm gonna reintroduce refreshing my wash and go into my routine. That's something that I used to do, what I was doing before, and that was during the winter months. I guess because of where I am, I assumed I didn't have to do that, but the air is very dry, so I'll have to moisturize my hair. The water is a lot harder. My hair is getting dry really quickly after I shower. I'm noticing a lot of different things that are happening to my hair here compared to where I was before. And I don't know if that's a word for somebody, but sometimes the things that used to work where you were are not the same things that are going to work where you're going. In a spiritual way, even the way my hair is reacting, and just everything about this experience so far. One of the things that I was told was to not hydrate my hair between my wash and goes, and I found that to be very detrimental. It made my hair really dry over time. Basically my negligence, not tucking my ends, kind of throwing my hair in a bonnet, not touching it for days, heat, blow drying. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on trims. So basically I don't plan on following any one specific regimen. I am just gathering as much information as possible and then ultimately listening to my hair. However, I still believe it is wise to gather as much information as possible. I believe that it makes sense to look at the people who actually did it and kind of weigh it out and see why they may think that way. Whenever my hair feels dry, I'm going to hydrate it. I'm going to seal the ends. Basically what I did in the past before starting to go to the hair salon. So my thoughts on trims are as follows. I don't think I'm going to be getting trims. Is that crazy? I don't know. I believe that if I take care of my ends properly, I shouldn't need to have a trim every 6 to 8 weeks. And even 6 to 8 weeks just seems so close for me. How do we get from 3 to 4 months to 6 to 8 weeks, getting my hair out of its natural state to make it stretch just to cut it? I don't know. I think that maybe I should be able to cut my hair while it's in its curly state. But I don't know, that's just me. Something that I noticed from binge watching the girls for the past 2 days, the ones that grew their hair all the way to like their knees, their butt and everything, is that they didn't really trim their hair. They just took care of their hair. They made sure that their ends were hydrated. They made sure that their ends were sealed and tucked and moisturized. They made sure they didn't touch their hair much. That was pretty much it. So I kind of want to adapt that lifestyle. Honestly, I'm very grateful for this experience, because it was a wake-up call. It's like, Carm, if you're gonna do this, you have to do this fully, even when the cameras are off. You need to be taking care of your hair. Something I've learned as well is that initially I wanted my hair to be thick throughout from root to tip, which is 100% still valid. I still want that, but it's not going to be even. Hair kind of grows like plants. They need water and the roots are never even. You know how when you look at the roots of a tree, for instance, they end in different places. There's different length cycles for every single part of our head. And I didn't know that before. But you know, of course, the aesthetic is to have really blunt ends, is to have really just ending perfectly, but our hair is never gonna be that way. That's why sometimes we'll see that one side of the hair is longer than the other side. We were raised on, oh, that's breakage, oh, you need to cut it and even it out. But no, our hair might grow slower on one side of our head, but that doesn't mean we have to cut everything to the same length. It's actually smart enough to catch up, and that's something I didn't know. So I'm just learning, you guys. This is truly a journey, and I think that's what it ultimately comes down to. It's like, I love my hair and I really want my hair to thrive and be in its best form, and the only way I'm going to do that is if I'm truly taking care of it. I'll take people's opinions, I'll take the salon's opinions, but I'm going to listen to my hair. I know what my hair wants because I feel it. I'm the one that's living with it every single day. I truly believe that ancestrally, that's all they did was look at their hair, pay attention, and then give it what it needs. You know, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not following a specific schedule, but I'll show you guys what I'm doing, and then if it ends up being like a routine, or I'm noticing that it's becoming a routine, then I'll share it with you. But for now, girl, I'm listening to my hair, okay? Another thing too, I haven't even been eating that well because I've been fasting. Today is August 15th, which is actually my 40th day. Today completes my 40-day fast. That is crazy. Past 40 days I have not been eating. Well, I haven't been eating consistently. Of course, I've been eating the word. I have been eating physically. A lot of the times I wasn't taking my supplements because sometimes I was dry fasting. And I've been eating between a 3 and 5 o'clock window, but my stomach is really small, so I would only get like a meal in, honestly. You know, you're not supposed to tell people that you're fasting, okay? So that's why I didn't say anything, of course. Yo, I just had a moment because I really just finished a 40-day fast. I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna go pray because it's still like 7 a.m. So thank you guys so much for watching. Love, Krisha. The Lord is your increase. The Lord gives you visibility. This book has helped me a lot throughout this fast. It's not about the fact that rich people don't go to heaven.